Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, and I really hope that you guys are doing good wherever you are. Man, I feel really amazing. I went for a jog this morning and it really changed my mood. I feel really great. And I also listened to some, worship songs that can also help with like uplifting one's mood and all of that. And I wanted to plug you guys, if you do not listen to Maverick City, let me tell you something. You are missing out. Like, just go to your YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, or whatever, and listen to their music. You'll definitely thank me later, and you are most welcome. Yes. Anyways, let's just get down to today's business. As we agreed on my previous video, that on today's video, we will be talking about the art of letting go. So that is definitely what we will be unpacking today, and I'm really excited. So before we get into it, someone wise once said that holding on, or rather letting go, is hard, but holding on is even harder. So yes, guys, on my previous video, I did speak about letting go, but I only touched on one part of letting go, which was letting go of toxic emotions. But I did mention that, the art of letting go is actually layered, because there are different things that a person may actually need to let go of in their lives. And that is why I decided to dedicate a whole video, in unpacking, that. So yeah, before we get into things, there's a beautiful quote that I heard from Jay Shetty, where he spoke about how the best moments of our lives are when things changed. And I love that quote so much, because actually letting go, it is you allowing room or space for something else, something better, to actually come into your life, and that is change. So yeah, with that being said, let us get straight into it. So the first thing, it is letting go of toxic emotions. I'm not going to dwell on this because I did speak about it on my previous video. But the one thing that I want to talk about, it is, harboring envy and jealousy, which is something that has become so common, especially in this world of social media, right? So I feel like jealousy, it is natural. Like, I feel like it's a natural feeling. You'll definitely be lying if you said you never been jealous of something or someone, right? But there's this lady that once spoke about how jealousy can be a signal, or how jealousy is a signal or a direction from our hearts or our minds telling us the things that it wants, right? Because I do not remember in my life actually being jealous of something that I did not want, right? I feel like that is not possible. So whenever you feel jealousy over someone or something, actually take that as a signal from your heart showing you the things that it wants. Because sometimes we may be aware, we may not be aware rather of the things that it wants, that we want. And then our heart may show us, through jealousy. So rather let us use, jealousy in a positive way to actually get inspired and work towards those things that we want. As the second part, it is letting go of certain parts of ourselves, right? I feel like we are living in a world that has adopted a victim's mentality so much that we just don't want to own up to anything, right? We don't want to own up to our toxic traits or our toxic behaviors. We just love blaming people so much that we never take a look at ourselves, right? So I just want you to think about yourself now and think about your future self, the person that you want to become in the future. And look at the gap, and think about what is actually holding you back from actually becoming the best version of yourself, or becoming the person that you want to become in the future, right? If you are doing that work truthfully, you will realize that you are the person who is holding yourself back, you resisting change, you not wanting to let go of those toxic, parts of yourself and toxic behaviors in everything. We actually hold ourselves back by not wanting to let go of things that no longer serves us, right? Like, toxic parts of ourselves or toxic traits are actually not not that bad. They were there to teach us something about ourselves. They were there to actually help us grow, but we need to be aware. Like we need to actually know when it is time to let go, right? And not cling on to the things that are no longer serving us, because that is actually self sabotage, right? So yeah, let us know when it is time to let go and not resist change, because the more you resist change, then the harder your life will be. So yes, the third part, it is letting go of the people that no longer serves us. You know what? I thought about, saying letting go of toxic people, but then I remembered that it is not just toxic people that we may need to let go of in our lives, because they are sometimes, amazing people, like really, really amazing people that we may need to like let go of. You know, sometimes you like find an amazing person in your life, however, isn't ayihlangani. Maybe you are not on the same page, you're not on like the same journey, or maybe time, like time does not really allow you guys to, maybe be together or whatever, so you may like need to let go of that person. And I know how hard it can be to actually let go of someone who is amazing, because we've been like we've been told that like you only find good people once, good people are rare to find and things like that. So when we find good people, we just want to hold on to them and cling on to them so much, and not really understand that, you know what, letting go, or the art of letting go, is actually really, really beautiful. Because when you let go of something, I said this before, when you let go of something, you're allowing room for other things, or like for something else, something way better, to actually come into your life, right? So I just want to talk about like, toxic people. I firstly spoke about, like letting go of toxic part of ourselves, right? Toxic people, they come into our lives to actually teach us something about ourselves. They are actually there for us to realize our toxic traits and our toxic behaviors, right? So when you actually realize those toxic traits and behaviors about yourself, and you actually let them go, letting go of toxic people actually becomes easy, because you automatically become allergic to toxic people, toxicity as a whole, because now you've dealt with like your toxic traits and your toxic, um, behaviors, and now like toxicity just no longer looks, good, or no longer looks attractive. So like that is like the point that we are actually trying to reach, like we want to like work on ourselves so much that like toxicity, or like just, you know, um, is that are just of low quality or low value or whatever, just no longer appeal to us. So yeah, but resisting to let go of those people, you are actually like derailing yourself, right? Because when it is time to just let go of someone, you will know it. You will know it, as hard as it is to let go, but it is beautiful. Like the change. Remember what Jay Shetty said, the best moments in our lives are when things change. So let go of that person, or let go of those people, because sometimes you may be surrounded by people that you actually need to let go. People that are hindering you from growing, hindering you from attaining the life that you want to live. So just let go, and surrender to the process. It is hard, I know, but it is so much worth it. So the fourth and final part of letting go, it is actually letting go of things. I know this sounds weird, but yeah, I feel like we can all agree that letting go is like very, very hard. I know like letting go for me is like hard. I've always found letting go of people very easy. Like even in my childhood, I would just change friends so easily. I was never attached to people that much, right? However, what I found to be hard for me to let go of, it is like the toxic. It is not wise, because I still find it hard even today. Letting go of like toxic emotions, like I still find myself, harboring resentment and holding grudges. You know, it is hard. I try every day to just, forgive, but it can really be hard, especially when you are hurt by someone that you really, really love. Well, personally, I've always found it easy to just, forgive, a stranger, someone whom I'm not really close with, than forgiving someone who I'm close with. Because I'm not really close with like many people. So if we are close, then I really, really, really love you. So if you hurt me, then it's hard for me to let go. But I'm working on that. So when I talk about like letting go of things, it is actually, I'm actually talking about like practicing detachment, right? Like, because attachment is real, people. Like, we get attached to things so easily, right? So I just, thought of the things that may seem small and insignificant, but like play a huge role in our lives, right? The things that we know for a fact that no matter, like, even if we like lose them, we definitely know that they're gonna grow back or they're gonna come back, right? So if you cut down a tree, then you definitely know that the tree is gonna, come back, right? Like the tree is gonna grow back rather than not come back. So the things that can like actually help us to master the art of letting go is it is exactly like in that way, letting go of the things that we know are gonna come back to us, like money, right? Like you can lose like literally 10,000. I know it seems like a lot, at least to me, but you know that you get another 10,000, in one way or another, right? So just, not being attached to money in that way. When you maybe meet someone who needs help, just giving them money, 10 rand, 20 rand, that way that is, something that, or that is money that won't really change your life. So just, letting go of it can really be a great way to teach yourself, you know, um, the art of letting go, you know. Hey, well, natural hey, not this hey. Hey, I've been really like, over the years, I realized that I was getting too attached to my hair, right? And this one day I just decided to cut it. Well, there were reasons why I decided to cut it. Let me not lie and make it seem like, or make it sound like I just decided. I just woke up and was like, yo, I'm done with this hair. No, it wasn't that way, but something happened to it and I had to let go of it. It was really, really hard, but then I had to do it. But it was in that moment that I actually learned to Guti, why am I getting attached to something that I like that will grow back, right? So that's when I started, to cut my hair, like it will grow back and I'll just cut it, because I was trying to teach myself the art of letting go and not getting attached to things. And also clothes. If you know me, then you know I love clothes. Like I love clothes, but I'll have like impahla ndala because sometimes I'm someone who moves with trends. Well, I'm trying to, work on that. But when you are someone who moves with my trends, sometimes you'll have, clothes that you're no longer wearing, but they're still in good shape. You're no longer wearing because they're no longer in trend, but also just keep them, for I don't know why, and what I decided to do is that, what, let me just let go of this. Like, I know it's hard, but like, let me let go of them because I'm not wearing them. Yes, they're still in good shape. Yes, I can still wear them, but I'm not wearing them. So what is the point of keeping them? So I was like, let me just give it to the people that actually need it. Or like things that are no longer in good shape, let me just angizikhiphe, like ngizihambise nodoti, because there is no use in keeping them. But sometimes we just love, having things, even though we no longer, using them. So I was like, you know what? Let me just let go of all these things. And I think that is a great way of teaching yourself to like let go of things. So that when you get to like the other things that are even harder to do, you've already like mastered the art of like letting go. Because I've let go of like my hair, it still grows back. I've let go of money, sometimes it still grows back, it still comes back. Well, it doesn't grow, but it still comes back. Same thing with clothes. There was never a time where like I have nothing to wear. Well, yeah, you get it, right? Like I always have clothes, no matter how much I can let go of, but I also, God will still bless us. God will still provide, right? So yeah, I feel like I've spoken so much. Oh my goodness. You know what? Like I feel like that is where we're gonna close off today because wow. Yeah, but do not forget to comment down below if you feel like there is another thing that maybe I forgot to mention that you feel like we also need to let go of. But for now, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also follow me on Instagram. I'm at simply Tandeka _. And I'll see you next time. Love you so much.